YouTube. Hi guys, and thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel tonight. We got a topic tonight. We got a topic, and like I said, this video went viral a while back. But like I said, the men piggybacked off this video, so now I got to piggyback off of that. Like, wait a minute. First, thank you for joining me on my channel. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing my links. Thank you, 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 thank you. I come in with a lot of gratitude because, like I said, it matters. Okay? Gratitude matters. It matters. Just being thankful. You know what I'm saying? It matters. And I had to been taught that. Like I said, I had to learn that. And it matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Up here. Now I'm gonna get into this topic because I get right into it. After I do my thank you, I get right into it. I get right into my topic. I don't even make y'all wait like that. No, it's no need for y'all to wait like that. Never. Let me just say this though. It was a viral video going around, and it was a while back. It wasn't even now. It was a while back. It was a while back, and it was basically the young lady. She would not get out the car. The guy took her on, I believe, was a date. I don't know if it was the first date, whatever date, and they was at. I don't know if I can even mention that. And I should be able to because copyright or not, they mention it on, yeah. So I don't think it would be a big deal for me to mention the restaurant. So I'm going to just say a popular spot. Let's just put it like that in case it is a copyright issue and whatever. And she wouldn't get out the car. She just thought that the restaurant was beneath her. It wasn't classy enough. It wasn't like a 5-star restaurant, whatever like that. So she decided to not get out the car. She just was like, no. She was like, I'm not. And continued to be on her phone and everything. He was like, you're not getting out. You're not getting out. And she was like, no. She did not get out the car. And like I said, the guy was nice, sweet, good looking guy, whatever like that. He was trying to show her a good time, just real romantic, whatever like that. The girl would not get out the car. She was like, this dude had the nerve to take me to some, the name of the, restaurant. And, I don't eat here. We don't eat here, this is, you can't take no girl there, whatever like that. Then there's another video that's going around even now. And the guy say, and this girl told me that she didn't eat at so-and-so. So he did take us to this 5-star whatever restaurant. And the girl was eating like, I don't want to say an animal, but she was eating crazy. Like stuffing food on her mouth, not wiping her mouth. It was a mess. It was crazy. And I was like, damn. So y'all want people, or men, or women, vice versa, to take y'all to these 5-star and beautiful restaurants, and y'all don't even know how to eat a lady like or even dare I say like a grown person, like a grown man. Like you stuffing your face, you're not wiping your mouth, you're not doing all the classy beautiful things you're supposed to do while you out eating. At least wipe your mouth. At least wipe your mouth. Even I watch a lot of mukbangs and stuff like that on here on YouTube and stuff like that. At least wipe your mouth. I don't care so much about the burp and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that on a date. But mukbangs, I can get through I get through stuff. Slurping, I can get through some stuff. But at least they wipe their mouth, or you know what I'm saying? She was sitting there devouring all this food, and this woman did not pick up a napkin. And this guy was like, and this is the type of girl that has a problem going to a certain type of restaurant that's not considered 4-star, 5-star, and you eating like that, and you can't even wipe your mouth. This is what y'all want guys to do. Y'all want guys to take y'all on these fancy little dates, and y'all don't even know how to be classy about it. So while being on the word classy, let me stress this point right here. First, for the fellas, even though, like I said, I'm not straight. Y'all already know that. The girl is les. I love women. They love me. Whatever. But anyway, it's not why I brought y'all here. For the fellas out there, all women don't feel that way. And like I say that probably from my sister's point of view because my sister is straight. All women don't feel that way dealing with the fellas. And for the lesbians and for the other people, we don't feel that way either. The women, the femmes, whatever, we don't feel that way either. All of us don't feel that way. It's not about the restaurant taking us to a certain restaurant. All of us don't feel, no. Listen, if you think you're too good to go to a certain restaurant, or you think that's not on your level to go to that restaurant, or you think, honey, that's you, and that sounds like a personal problem, that's you. My thing is, on the first date, I'm not saying that you should take your loved one to a restaurant like that's really, really, crazy, crazy, like really, dare I say hood, or really, really, too crazy, crazy. But at the same time, I don't think they deserve 5 star either. If this is our first date, I'm getting to know you like that, right? I'm seeing where your mind is at. I'm seeing where your mental is at. I'm seeing if you classy enough to even make it to a 5 star restaurant. Why would I take you to a 5 star restaurant on the first date? I gotta see if you wife material. I gotta see if you husband material for the straight people. Um, I gotta see if you deserve that restaurant like that. I can't just take you out like that. I just can't. No, 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 no. I gotta see if you worth, no disrespect, me taking you out like that. If I say, and that's why this dude had to learn hard, but he literally turned his camera on and pointed it on her lights. This girl, I brought this girl to a nice place, 4 star, 5 star restaurant, and this is how this girl is eating. This is what I'm talking about. If you can't eat like, if you can't, if I take you out on a date, and it's not the 5 star restaurant type, 4 star restaurant type, and you eat like that, you really think I'm gonna take you to a 5 star restaurant? You really think I'm gonna take you to a, honey? No, no, we staying right now. Listen, listen. That's the first thing I want to point out. The second thing I want to point out, you gotta look at the characteristics of somebody. That third eye gotta be open, and like I tell you guys on here all the time, focus. If that woman wasn't willing to get out the car and go to that particular restaurant with that dude, I mean, like I said, he wasn't dirty. He wasn't no, as they say. Not when I say the word bum, I'm talking about just somebody who don't want to take care of themselves. I'm never talking about the less fortunate people ever. So don't ever come on my YouTube and say I ever disrespected a less fortunate person ever. When I use the word bum, I'm talking about just somebody who don't take care of themselves. Their hygiene is off. They walk around dressing a certain way, smelling a certain way. That's what I'm talking about when I use the word bum. I'm never talking about less fortunate person. Don't ever get me twisted on my YouTube channel. Don't ever come into my comments saying I'm talking about some less fortunate person. I will read you like the latest novel and feel nothing behind it. Don't play with me. I will never disrespect less fortunate people. But yeah, he wasn't no bum or nothing like that. He wasn't, he was dressed nice, like he was smelling good. He was ready to take her out and show her a good time and stuff like that. You gotta look at the mentality of somebody. Cause the thing is, y'all talking about ride or die, y'all talking about wifey material, talking about y'all want, women that's gonna have y'all back no matter what. If she wouldn't get out the car to go to a restaurant, and I don't care if it was 5 star. I don't care about that. That tells me y'all go through a issue financially. Y'all go through something. That woman is not gonna be around. She is not gonna be around. She seemed like a come up girl to me, dare I say. I don't know her personally. I only saw her on that clip. She seemed like one of them come up girls that's too busy focusing on your pockets, and they're not really focused on their own, and they about using you and getting your money, so they're not really focused on their own. I saw her in that video, and I was like, that's not wifey. That's not somebody that you wife and say that's gonna be with you. That's not somebody that you could trust around you and your money. You need to watch your pockets extra hard around somebody like that. Male or female, even though that was a woman who showed her behind in that video, males do it too. Using, hurting people and abusing people, financially in other ways. But that's not wifey material. If I can't take you out to a certain restaurant, and like I said, it's not hood, it's not, no, it's a nice spot. It's not 5 star either, but it's a nice spot to go, to have a conversation, to talk, to get to know you. And so you can make it to that 5 star restaurant and you won't even get out the car. I'm good. There's no need for me to get to know you. You're not somebody I'm gonna marry. You're not somebody I'm gonna build a life with, have a child with. No, none of that. Because the thing is, if you couldn't even get out the car on the first date so they can get to know you and build with you, and if they know now, like if something financially does happen, that you're gonna ride it out with them and that you're gonna build back together, why are we even doing this? And I said it myself, and I had to ask God in the Ancestors Universe to forgive me. I said, if Shorty went and got out the car, I would have said, you know what? You ain't got to get out the car for the date, but you definitely got to get out my car. It was broad daylight. Understand, it was broad daylight. I would have said, yeah, can you step out of my car? I would have said, you ain't got to get out the car for the restaurant, but you got to get out my car. I would have closed the door. I would have sped off. I would have left. Now you can call you an Uber. Now you can call somebody else. They can come and get you. Now, if it was late night, it was late night. I ain't want the young lady to be hurt. I ain't want her to be, in trouble. I would have dropped her back off at her house. Even if I was pissed or mad, I would have never dropped somebody or left somebody there to get hurt or to robbed or worse. I would never do that. But broad daylight, is other people walking around. You can get to some security, you can get to some help. I would have said, yeah, you gotta step out of my car now. You gonna call that Uber now. I would have even waited till the Uber came. I would have been that classy about it. I would have said, now you can get into that Uber. Now you can ride off. Now I'm gonna ride off the other way. There's no even need for us to even do this date. There's no need for us to even, you know what I'm saying? You guys and girls have to learn that if you're mad at somebody about where they take you at on the first date, or you feel like it's not, and that's another thing. That's why I said, let me stick on this word class. Class is not where you eat at. Let me just point that out. Class is not where you eat at. I had worked around millionaires in New York when I was in health field. I had worked for, yes, doctors, lawyers, all types of people. And when I tell you they ate at the most common restaurants in New York, they wasn't all eating caviar and lobster and shrimp and no. They was eating at your local corner store. They didn't have nothing to prove. Excuse me. Oh God. They didn't have nothing to prove. They eat. What makes y'all think? I don't think that it's like that whole flashy thing with me. It's like the more you with some of these rappers and some of these people out here in the world, they gotta wear these big chains and these big things and just to show off. And then you could walk past a millionaire on the street, a billionaire on the street, and they got on a pair of khakis and a t-shirt. And they worth a billion something. This has happened to me. I have been in a car and Regis pulled up on the side of me in New York. These be millionaire people. They don't even, yes. He wasn't in no limousine or no crazy, Lamborghini. Or he was in a regular goddamn, I think he was in a regular goddamn Toyota. One of them cars. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all about people. Like, classy and wealth is not being flashy like that. Don't think if you can't go to a 5-star restaurant oh, that's not classy. Classy is not what you eat. Classy is a mentality. Classy is how you carry yourself. Classy is how you treat people and how you want to be treated. Classy is not where you eat at. Classy is not where you eat at. And you have to know that. Don't think because you're not being taken to a 5-star restaurant on a first date that that person is not classy or they don't think you're not classy. We got to build up to that 5-star date. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm trying to get to know you. But if you're focused on a restaurant that bad that we're going to eat it, and like I said, as long as it ain't like no hole in the wall and you don't, you know what I'm saying? It don't look like there's bugs in there. It ain't rated a C because they got the ratings outside some of the restaurants or whatever. It ain't rated a C or something crazy. You know, like why what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, long as you didn't go there before and there wasn't no food poisoning or it don't look dirty when you walk in. You know a restaurant how it's supposed to look when you walk in. Come on. Like, it's really not that serious. So the guys came back and was like, well, since y'all got a problem with us taking y'all to 5-star restaurants like that, or that's what y'all want on y'all first date, let us tell y'all what we don't want to see on our first date. And they went in. They was like, we don't want to see a chick with a whole bunch of makeup on, lashes, weave, this, that. I mean, they went in. They was like, we don't want to see a whole bunch of BBLs, and we don't want to see a whole bunch of fake. It's a lot we don't want to see. We don't want to, we don't want to see you eating sloppy. And they went in on what they don't want on their first date. And I was like, they had a right to come back and comment like that because then it was like this list going around, like a huge list of places that they said that girls did not want to go on their first date. And I was like, I don't know who put this list together, but that's not for all of us, honey. I'm on my way to becoming a multimillionaire. I'm on my way to becoming an entrepreneur. I'm on my way to doing some big, beautiful, huge things in the world. But one thing Toccara won't switch up is where I came from. Never. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna go to the corner store. I'm still gonna go see a local your local food cart on the corner of New York. I live by those. I'm still gonna go see a local corner store on the block and support them. Those people make money to send back home to their families. I ain't ever gonna walk past one of them and think that I'm better than one of them. Not never. I will never forget where I came from or where I'm going. Okay, so it won't be a class thing. I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire. You understand what I'm saying? A multi-millionaire. Penthouse in New York, all of that. I'm gonna be doing my thing. But this same multi-millionaire is still gonna goddamn go to the corner store and buy what I wanna buy and eat what I wanna eat. I'ma still go to my favorite cart too and say, yo, can I get that over rice with the white sauce? Y'all know what it is. Y'all my New Yorkers, y'all know what it is. You know, I don't eat. I'm not a carnivore anymore. You know, I'm pescatarian. So I asked them, yeah, let me get that fish with that white sauce over rice, man. Listen, I'ma still go to the Nut for Nuts guy in New York and say, yeah, let me get some of the cashews, the honey. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm gonna do. And being a multi-millionaire is not gonna change that. That's not gonna change that. Y'all have to get out this mentality that wealth and being rich or being quote unquote classy had anything to do with a price tag. Had anything to do with a price tag. You see what I'm saying? Y'all done seen Nicki Minaj cook on her own Instagram. She in there whipping up mac and cheese and curry goat and oxtail. Y'all know she from the island. She love her island food. I love island food too. But y'all done see her cooking in her own kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done see some of these celebrities cooking in their own. Tamika, I believe her name is Tamika Scott from Escape. She came up with a whole season in line. She be in her own kitchen cooking her own food, cooking for her own family. And she's a multi-millionaire. So for you to say that you won't go to a certain restaurant because you feel like, oh, it's not classy enough, or it's not. And I'm like, the restaurant that she wouldn't even go walk into is doing beautiful right now. Every time I go to, I wish I could tell y'all. Y'all, come on, y'all know the name. Y'all know the restaurant I'm talking about. Y'all gotta know what I'm talking about, man. Come on. Y'all gotta know the restaurant I'm talking about. But every time I walk into this restaurant is crowded. Okay, this restaurant not only I'm gonna say this restaurant not only serves food, it sells dessert. The dessert and the food is in the same, and it's a whole separate line to get to the dessert. Now you honestly gotta know who I'm talking about at that point. If y'all don't, then whatever. But yeah, come on. Every time I walk up in there, that line is crazy. It's like a nightclub when you walk up in there. So I'm like, I know they making money. I know the person, and that's another thing I wanted to touch on right before I end this video. That person's dream was in that restaurant. They opened up that restaurant. They had the blueprint of that restaurant. They brought in the people that, come in to do the demolition, and they did that from the ground up. They said, we want a restaurant, and this is the type of the food we want to serve. This is the type of desserts we want to serve. They went in with the blueprint and they made that from the bottom up. That was somebody's dream once upon a time. That was somebody's goal once upon a time, and they made it happen. And it started with one restaurant, and that was across the states, right? Basically, when you feel like that, when you won't get out of the car and go inside somebody's restaurant, and you that's how you feel about somebody's dream. And we all got dreams and goals and stuff. And before you think you're too good to walk in somebody else's dream, check yourself. Like, check yourself on levels. That restaurant was somebody's dream goal, and they made that happen. And now they becoming multi-millionaires, okay? And they opening up plenty. And the same thing, and I'm going to mention this one because I'm definitely going to try them out. And I'm going to do it on YouTube. I think I'm going to do it live on my YouTube live. The Slutty Vegan. I'm definitely checking them out. They just got a spot in New York a while back. And I'm like, oh, they will open up a spot. And I don't live out there no more, but I'm going out there. I'm definitely checking them out when they open up. The Slutty Vegan, man. I'm definitely checking them out. Listen. That was her dream. That was her goal. She went from Atlanta. I think she got another spot all the way to New York. And I'm mad that she skipped Maryland. I'm like, honey, you could have gave us one in Maryland too, but it's okay. She gonna probably double back and say, you know what, I might put one in Maryland, but that'll be when she ready. But that's somebody's dream and somebody's goal that you shutting down when you feel like you don't want to go inside that certain restaurant. Listen, unless you were getting food poisoning, or the service was just horrible or horrific at that place, or they made you feel bad, or they was racist, or some crazy mess. Don't you ever in your life feel like you're too good to walk up in something? Like I said, as long as you don't see no bugs, no craziness, no dirt, no craziness when you walk in. It's a nice establishment. It's clean. It smells good. The people are polite. They cool like that. I don't care if it's a diner. I don't care if it's a Korean barbecue place or whatever like that. I don't care what it is. Don't ever act like you're too good to walk up in somebody else's dream or goal. Who you think you are, man? And then these are the same people that want to start their own business and want you to support them, but you think you're too good to walk up in somebody else's dream or goal? You got to check yourself before you try to, you know what I'm saying? And that list, the list of restaurants that they put on that list where they like the girls that refuse to go. I was like, how dare y'all? Then y'all, the first girl that didn't get out the car didn't make it bad enough. Y'all gonna make a list of restaurants where y'all don't want to go on your first date, or men should never take y'all. I'm like, they is tripping. Because that, like I said, once again, that was somebody's dream and goal, and they made that happen. And for you to think that you're better to walk up in somebody else's dream or goal, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And while you over here thinking that you're better to walk up in their establishment, they multimillionaires. They multimillionaires. They multimillionaires. They multi-million. And what you think some of these people that like they buying like certain amount of stocks and stuff like that, and they be investing on some of these apps and stuff. What you think they invested in? These same restaurants y'all don't even want to walk in. People are everyday people, even multimillionaires are investing. Why you think so many athletes go and open up restaurants, or they invest in other people's restaurants? And your lame behind feel like you don't even want to walk into a restaurant. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about stuff like that before y'all walk around talking reckless and crazy and talking about what y'all not willing to walk into, or y'all think y'all too good for. Everybody started out on a dream. Everybody started out on a dream, a goal, or something they wanted to do in this life. You see what I'm saying? And when you walk around talking about something what you won't walk into, or what you think you're too good for, check yourself. Check yourself. Like, really, really check yourself. And for the men who made their list about what they don't want from women on their first dates, I understood some of that. And I know y'all was mad. My brother piggybacked off of that too. He was like, well, let me tell y'all some things I don't want to see. And I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I understood where he was coming from. You gotta understand now. You gotta understand the dude point of view. Like, they was pissed about that. Like, these women have some nerve in this day and time talking about something they're not willing to walk up in or go into because they think it's a class issue. It ain't no class issue. And being wealthy and rich is not a price tag. It's about how you carry yourself. And for the men out there, and for the lesbians out there, the women, listen, for all the sexualities across the damn board, for all the races across the board. You get with somebody, they feel like that, they feel like they too good to do a certain thing, you better see if that's somebody you want in your life like that. You go through something financially, you go through a little crisis, you go through something even mentally or physically, you better hope that person is around. If that person didn't want to get out the car for a restaurant, you think they're going to want to get out the car if something real happens? You think they're going to hold you down if something real happens? You think they're going to be a Tiny Harris? Or your Keisha with Keisha Kenyon? I forgot her last name. You think they're going to be that for you? Y'all better, y'all, listen, y'all be too busy looking at boobs and ass. And I don't even curse on my channel. And for the ladies, y'all be too busy looking at that D print. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say that word, that D print. Through those gray sweatpants y'all be talking about. Yeah, y'all be too busy looking at the wrong thing. What y'all need to do is look up. Get into that brain, get into that mind, get into that, yeah. What's really going on inside their mind, what they mental is really like. If they don't get out the car on a first date to a restaurant, you think that person gonna hold you down? God forbid something really, really go down? That's somebody you really want to make your wife or your husband. You really need to think about that. You really, 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 really need to think about that. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. Because there's a lot of come-up girls out there looking for somebody else's pockets to grow up on and get up on. There's a lot of thirsty dudes out there that's looking for somebody's pockets to grow up on, to get up on, and y'all need to take note. Y'all need to take note. Because, see, if I can't take you to that non-5-star restaurant first to get to know you, I'm not taking you to that 5-star restaurant to get to know you. And that's just the way and this is coming from a woman, okay? This is coming from a woman. That's just the way I feel. And you can take it how you want to take it. I'm not taking you to no 5-star restaurant on our first date, and I don't even know you. I don't know you. I don't know if you're going to curse that waitress out, if the food ain't good, if it don't come out a certain way. I don't know if you're going to be up in there acting all good, like get a hood and just ignorant. I don't know. I don't know you. For the fellas, too. I don't know if you're going to go in there burping and belching and acting all crazy, picking your teeth at the table. And you could have did that in the ladies' room or the men's room. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. So, no, I'm not taking you to a 5-star restaurant. And the thing about it, if I can't take you to that regular restaurant and I can't build up to that 5-star restaurant with you, then we can't do this. You might as well end the date right then and there. That's just the way, like I said, this is the way I feel. I'm not marrying somebody with that type of mentality. I got to get to know you. And if I can't do that at this particular restaurant first, I'm good. It was a pleasure meeting you. You take care of yourself. Everybody, like I said, everybody start out with a dream and a goal. And for you to ever think that you're better, too good to walk into somebody else's dream or goal, you need to check yourself. You really need to check yourself. Everybody ain't born into your money or have a silver spoon, platinum spoon waiting for them. Check yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Stay blessed, stay focused, stay beautiful, stay positive. Build your empire, build your money, build your, your multi-millionaire. Build it, honey, before you judge or think you're too good to walk into somebody else's dream or goal. Build your own first. Build your own first. I'm going to leave it right there. Third eye open, focus. Peace from my nerve, guys. Later.